GM troops, welcome back to the Latana Army. I'm Lit, and this is Fortnite Save the World. And what I've got today, I want to talk about the Dante and White Sushi kind of fiasco. Now, there's no head-to-head there. I'm not causing unnecessary drama there. I don't think those two guys even know each other. They probably know who each other are, but they don't know each other. But, you know, the thing is, it all started with this tweet. So the tweet that you can actually see up there now is from Dante, and he actually put there, so I guess Fortnite doesn't support my content, which is fair enough. But when you accept creators who create custom skins, kinda sucks. So nope, can't support me with at Fortnite Games support a creator event. Now, I'm guessing he's referring to Landon, who is a Fortnite creator who actually makes, well, he does custom skins. He actually got banned for it. And he was saying that the, you know, Epic kind of support that. I don't think Epic do. I don't think they've given anything to say that they support Landon. God, if anything, they've banned the guy. So, do you know, there's no way that they can actually support him in any sort of way. I mean, I don't know where he's getting at with that, but still, it all kicked off from there. So that's when he first put it. Then later on, he actually got it accepted. So if we go over to this support a creator event page here. Okay, so this is the support a creator event page. So all you do, all I do, Control F, and you just type in what you want to search. So if we put DAN7EH, he's not there on the list. It doesn't come up. I mean, you can just search it in there, can't you? So if we just put DAN7EH, he's not on the list. Now, people are easy to find. If you put in there, for example, Latana, I'm right there, do you know? So it comes up straight away. However, if you put in now, the person that I think's replaced him, I don't even think he's replaced him. I think they just added him to the list. If you put in White Sushi, there he is. There's my boy right there. Now, I link White Sushi spreadsheet in almost every video that I do. If you actually look in the notes, although I don't always call him out and always say, I don't always shout him out on every single video. If you go down the descriptions, even of my old videos, you'll find, you know, as a resource that I put in there because it's so good. He's designed, for those of you that don't know, he's designed this amazing spreadsheet. It's linked down below as it always is. I think it's in my default uploads now. So when I upload, it automatically goes in there. But if you go down there and have a look at White Sushi spreadsheet, it's got such a good resource in there. Now, if we actually go over to the Reddit post, this is what I saw this morning. Okay then, so up there you can actually see there, it says, we did it Reddit, White Sushi in, DAN7EH out, or Dante out. Thanks Epic for listening to the community outcry. Here we want to value who actually makes good for the game. I think it means good content for the game. Now the only thing with that is, obviously good content's all subjective. There's a good side and a bad side to, I think, to everything what's happened. And that's why I did this video. I just kind of want to put my take on that across. You know, and not everyone's going to agree with it. This video could get downvoted to hell. I'm not defending Dante in any sort of way, shape or form. I actually think that's a great idea, and actually in one of my previous videos where I spoke about the supporter creator event, I did say that I hope Epic doesn't get behind the scam and get scam videos. I'm right with you guys on that. You know, I absolutely am with the mob, if you like, in that. But on that sense, that's quite a key word, isn't it? Mob. That's exactly what I think's happened here. I think Epic made a decision and they put Dante in there. Now, does that mean they're not reviewing accounts properly? Or does that mean that they just have listened to the community and they've thought, you know what? Yeah, the community don't like this guy. We need to get him away from our game. I actually said, you know, in my previous video that I think the scammer gets scammed community, if you like, or the scammer gets scammed kind of meta, kind of focuses on, you know, exploiting kids emotionally, you know, so it kind of preys a little bit on kids making mistakes, and we all do it, you know. Most people, not everyone, but most people will have childhood stories that they're either embarrassed about or, you know, they're not proud of and things like that. No one was the perfect child. So I think looking back over your childhood history and think the things that you did wrong, fair enough. Now, okay, you're not on Reddit, you know, you're not, you know, at that time. I certainly wasn't, because you're going back into the 90s for my childhood. But, you know, when you look back, you know, on things that you've done as a child, you know, people make mistakes, kids make mistakes. It always baffles me, you know, how abusive some of these kids can be when, you know, they go onto these channels. But still, that doesn't make it okay for these scammer get scammed YouTubers to make so much money off them by kind of exploiting the mistakes that these kids are making. And that's what bothers me. That's why I think it's actually a good move to actually take Dante out. I actually see that channel as kind of scummy. That's not me calling Dante a scumbag or anything or saying he's scum. I just think the approach is extremely scummy and not something that this game needs. You know, we need, at the minute, you know, we're getting some great things. We've potentially got the Fortnite event coming. We may have got, you know, we've got new heroes and weapons, which has come out in the tweet earlier on. So there's a lot of good that's coming out of Epic Games right now. And even the supporter creator event itself is a great idea. I think that's great. And it just shows, you know, the fact that they've included us Save the World YouTube content creators in there and the Twitch streamers, you know, like Criddle Craddle and all those guys. I think it's great that they've actually kept all those guys in there and they've actually involved us. And I think this is a good step. This is a huge step forward in the grand scheme of things, in my eyes. Okay, so now the more controversial side of the video. One thing I do feel for Dante a little bit, because I've been on the receiving end of Reddit hate, and it's horrible, honestly. I can't tell you how it makes you feel. I've had, just for no reason whatsoever, completely unprovoked, people just viciously attack, my personality, my channel, my weight, my skin color, just everything you could, every insecurity that a person may have, Reddit will absolutely exploit and rip at that. And do you know what? People just say things like, oh, just put your big boy pants on, or, it's Reddit, get over it. And I do get over it. I just walk away from Reddit every now and again. The thing is, I do see Reddit as such a good resource. I always fear it when it's got this kind of mob mentality, and I kind of hope that Epic Games sees this more as there's a large group of, the community aren't represented by Reddit, so you've got to remember, this guy, if we look at Dante's actual figures, what he's actually pulled in, Dante's had 16 million people who've actually viewed his content in the last 30 days. I've done 1 million, and I get hit for mine. I get name called and things like that, and I get called out a lot. I think that my approach is kind of like a happy approach, and it's not so much a statistical approach or anything like that. And yeah, I get things wrong, but I play the game for fun. So I'm not here to defend myself. That's not what this video is about. It's actually about those viewing figures. My point is, it amplifies. If you look at the negativity that I get sometimes, and I only got 1 million views, this last 30 days. When you have a look at Dante, 16.5 million. That is a lot of people who potentially want to support Dante. If you look at his subscriber base as well, now okay, it's dropping off, and I made a video about that, about how the scammer get scam meta is gonna be hurt because the global chat's gone, which it is. But, we've already heard certain people like Jakers, for example, who's moving over. He said, I'm done now with Fortnite Save the World. He doesn't want to get into that kind of meta anymore, so he kind of wants to move away from it, and hats off for him for doing that. But also on there as well, if you look at his actual figures, 62.1 thousand people subscribed to Dante in the last 30 days. I managed 5.21, and I'm really pleased with mine. I'm so impressed. That figure for me is great. I absolutely love that. The highest I've ever been in the last 30 days is 10. That was when Fortnite Save the World actually was on 50%. We all of us, Aiden Harris, David Dean, Split Screen, we all get a bit of a bump when Fortnite goes down a bit, because we get so many new players. Me especially, because I do a lot of new player guides. I don't just work on the advanced content, so it really works really well. But if you look there, the scammer gets scam meta actually is really strong. It's really powerful. And what I'm trying to say is, you've kind of got to, as a creator, at least, you've got to respect that. They are some phenomenal numbers right there, I think what we've got to remember here is that Dante is a person, and although I absolutely agree with the majority of people, I agree with the mass majority of people that were on Reddit. I agree with Epic's decision to take it out of the supporter creator program. I 100% am behind Epic with that. I think that was a great move. I think we've also got to kind of stop this hating on other people kind of thing, because there's just no need for it, And I think a lot of the hate that comes onto my channel is purely from that, the fact I don't hate on anyone. I'm not going to be overly controversial, just because there's no one I really hate. I always tell my kids this, they say I hate that person, and kids do that. They're only young. My youngest is 10, my oldest is 13, and I always say to them, they turn to me sometimes, they'll say, oh, I hate so-and-so. And I'm like, I always say, you don't hate. Hate is such a powerful word that I think should be reserved for the right people, and I just don't hate them, there's no one, I don't think. All right, maybe there's some people in history who've done massively destructive things, but there's no one who I actually hate. There's no person, certainly no one on YouTube, I don't think, who I hate. Maybe there is. Maybe you guys are going to put it in the comments, but I just don't think I hate on anyone, and I don't hate on Dante, and I just think that it's one of those things. I don't think he's set the channel up how he would have liked. I think if he went back in time, I don't think Dante would have gone into the scam get scam meta. Saying that, there's a lot of money that he's been made there. He's making a ton of money off this. So maybe he would. I don't know. I had the option to do that, and I get accused a lot of the time of giving that meta a bit of a voice by making videos like this. However, I cover all parts of Fortnite Save the World, and you know what? Even the dirty parts as well, the grimy parts, and the bits like this where there is something really controversial. I like to talk about it with you guys. I like them discussions. I like it when we talk about it in Discord. I like when we talk about it in the comments. I love that, and that's the thing that I love about being a content creator. I don't just want to make this, here's some gameplay of me playing Fortnite Save the World. Here's another weapon. Here's another hero. Sometimes I like to talk about things, and I'm lucky in the fact that I've got so many people following me at the moment that, these discussions are quite big. you know, I love like being like doing debates at school and thing like that, because kind of I love seeing other people's perspective on things. Now, okay, I'm hoping that no one puts any like hateful comments about Dan7EH down below. We need to remember, as I said, he is a person, and you got to think, how must he be feeling right now? He's actually been invited into this program, and he thought, you know what, Epic Games is behind me. I've got all these subscribers, I'm getting all these views, I'm getting all this money. Then all of a sudden, if he's Reddit, which he might not have, he's gone onto Reddit and he's got pages full of absolute hate. And it's kind of, I just don't think it's necessary. I think it's the right move. I just think now, you know, Epic's done the thing, so we kind of just need to back off, you know. We kind of just need to say, okay. And no one forces you to watch these channels, mine included. No one's forcing you. If you've got this far into the video, you're probably someone who watches regularly, so massive thank you for that. But if you're not, you know, and you're someone who's just watching this just because it's a topic that you're interested in, then I would, you know, implore you guys, you know, just don't spread the hatred. What I think part of the success, and certainly part of my success, is that I have had support from, and sometimes they're just little comments, you know, here and there. Sometimes it's bigger than that. But from people like Split Screen, Checker, Aiden Harris, A1, Sly Gumbage, you know, some of those great guys out there, and I know I'll have missed someone. Demon Joe France, Tory X. And I always miss people. I know I do. If I've missed you and you're a content creator, I am sorry. I do appreciate you. But you've got to remember, you know, if I didn't have the support from those guys, I would be nowhere near where I am now. I've made mistakes on the channel as well. Do you know? Of course I have. I've said stupid things sometimes. Nothing controversial, I don't think. But my point is, as I said, you got to remember these people are human beings, and it shouldn't be a witch hunt. You know, you got to remember he's still a human. He's still at home. He's still probably going through that now, or he's probably been through that, and he probably feels pretty crappy right now, to be fair. And I feel for him a little bit on that front. I just don't think that, even though I don't agree with this channel, and I've named the channel a couple of times when I'm doing the anti-scammer get scammed videos, I don't think he deserves that, if you know what I mean. I think the decision's been made, and we should just all leave it at that. But on a better note, on a happier note, White Sushi though, what a guy. Do you know, I love the fact that he's been brought in. I love the fact that we can support White Sushi now. He's such a huge guy on Reddit, do you know, and I know I've spoke to him very lightly before, do you know. It was in I DM'd him on Discord months and months and months ago, before I had any real sort of following on YouTube. And he was really polite, it was really nice, it was really helpful. I asked him if I could feature his spreadsheet in one of my videos. I think I only had a couple of thousand subscribers back then, and he was really nice. He was like, yeah, of course, just make sure that you link it somewhere, and he was cool about it. We didn't talk for very long. I wish we had. I would love to do an interview with him or something like that. White Sushi, if you do watch this channel, which I very much doubt, but if you do, then, you know, I would love to do some sort of interview with you or something like that. If anyone knows White Sushi, reach out, you know, just ask the question if he doesn't mind doing that. I don't know. All right then, guys, massive thanks for listening to me ramble on. I do appreciate these, and I do love these little chats as well and these little vlogs. I'm hoping to do a few more of them, but let me know what you think down below. What do you think of the whole Dan7EH and White Sushi scenario? I'm not going to call it that, because I kind of feel like I'm tarnishing White Sushi's name a little bit there. But what do you think about the whole Dan7EH scenario there? Do you think Epic were right to backtrack? There are some smaller channels who Epic actually said, you know, they sent an email saying welcome to the support a creator program, and then they retracted it later on. Now, yeah, these channels were smaller, but still, if they've had the email to say that they're in, do you know, shouldn't we leave them? I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. But guys, massive thanks for watching for about the 4th time on this video. Huge thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later on today on the next one. Take care now.